This is your stimulus package update, second stimulus check update, as well as the latest stimulus news as of Saturday, October 17th. Hey everybody, Matt here. Welcome back to another video for another stimulus update. But as always, my videos pertain to everybody, including Social Security recipients, retirement, disability, and survivors, SSI, supplemental security income, VA, RRB, low income, and no income. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for your support. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks so much for your support. Thanks for being such a great friend. And thank you for allowing me to be your daily advocate. So let's get right into it. Let's talk what's going on as of today on a weekend and see what they are coming up with. All of these clowns, let's call them for the day. I should come up with a new fun name for all of these people each and every day. Maybe give you a reason to click and watch, because seriously, these people are ridiculous. But anyway, let's talk about what's going on. So today, Mitch McConnell was out and said that the Senate is going to be holding 2 votes next week on a $500 billion skinny bill or targeted bill, whatever you want to call it, or relief bill, as he likes to call it. They're going to be voting on that. They're going to be holding 2 votes next week as the Senate will be back in session. So that's good. So here's the layout of these votes. On Tuesday, they're going to be voting on PPP funding. As you know, I've talked about that a few times here. The PPP is the Payroll Protection Program for small business. Again, that doesn't really relate to many people here, so that's all I'm going to really say about it. Wednesday, they're going to be voting on the remainder of the package, which I will get into the other parts of the package here in just a minute or two. Mitch McConnell also, he was out today and said that this is what Mitch said. So he's quoting, not really quoting, but he's talking about Nancy Pelosi. So Mitch said, Nancy Pelosi is clinging to the idea that nothing is better than something. So, yeah, kind of another slam on Nancy Pelosi there. But yeah, he, as we know, the Republicans really want to push through these kind of like targeted bills or piecemeal bills where they just want to be like, okay, we agree on stimulus checks. Let's vote, let's pass it through, and let's get it out to the people. We both agree on PPP. Let's push it through, pass it, get it through to the people. We all agree on funding for schools. Let's pass it, get it out to the people. You know what I mean? So that's how they want to approach this. However, Nancy Pelosi, I've said this so many times now, but she really wants this comprehensive package, as she says. And the reason for that is because she feels like that gives her the greatest leverage to get everything that she wants pushed through and passed. So that's why she is so stuck on this big comprehensive package. Whereas, you know, other people just say, whatever we agree on, let's just get it done and pushed out. But so that's kind of one of the major sticking points as well on that bigger package, which again, I'll talk about here in another minute or two. So that's what Mitch McConnell said. Excuse me. So as we know, this is the targeted bill or the skinny bill, as I said just a minute ago. It has a price tag of $500 billion. And what's actually interesting about this is actually pretty much a replica of the same $500 billion targeted or relief bill, skinny bill that they proposed and passed through the Senate back in September. So if we remember back a little over a month ago, shortly, I believe it was right after Labor Day, maybe around there. I don't remember when they did this, but they had that targeted bill. They introduced it. They passed it through the Senate, and then they passed it on to the House, and basically the House just didn't even entertain it at all. So they wanted nothing to do with it, and we anticipate that's going to be the same thing with this targeted bill. So why they're wasting their time doing this, I don't really know. I don't think anybody really has an answer for that, but that's what they're doing, and you know, we can anticipate it's going to get zero traction from Democrats. So, but that's just what they're doing. Here's one of the really bad things about this targeted bill. It does not contain stimulus checks at all. It does not contain it in there. In fact, the stimulus checks, as we know, as if they go out in the same rate that they did the first time, it's about $300 billion. Not quite. It's in the upper 200s, but let's just call it $300 billion. Well, with a price tag of $500 billion, there's no way it could possibly be included in this skinny package. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. But here is what is included in the skinny package. Then I'll talk about that bigger comprehensive package that Nancy and Steve are trying to negotiate out. So in this skinny package, it contains just a few things, which is a $300 boost, those federal benefits to unemployment recipients. So it's a boost of $300, the federal kicker, through the end of 2020. It also contains funding for PPP. I just talked about that, as well as funding for schools. So that's pretty much all it contains. Of course, there could be other smaller provisions within the package, but that's pretty much the big headliners in there. So again, basically nothing for the people other than the fact of the $300 federal boost to unemployment benefits. So that's what's in there. Also, I just wanted to throw this out there because I thought this was interesting. I just thought of this as I was doing my research for this video. But remember that $300 billion that President Trump wanted to reallocate or redirect from the CARES Act that was never used? You know, that was a great idea, maybe a month ago? He got everybody all excited. Yeah, let's grab the 300. Let's just ask Democrats to redirect that money and send it out. Whatever happened to that? We've never heard anything from it since, right? It was a huge big deal for a few days there, and then literally I haven't heard a word about it. With all the research that I've done, I haven't heard anybody else talking about it. It's just kind of like disappeared. So interesting. Anyway, I wanted to throw that out there just because I thought, oh, what happened to that $300 billion? That would have covered another round of stimulus checks that everybody wants and needs. So interesting. Also, Steve Mnuchin and Nancy Pelosi are continuing to negotiate that bigger comprehensive package that we know about. It's currently at a rate of between $1.8 and $1.9 trillion dollars, but they're still negotiating this thing out very, very slowly, like very slowly. So as far as what we know, they continue to bring back notes and questions for each other for further clarification. Other than that, we don't really know how else it stands other than, they continue to compare notes. And as we know, I think it was on Thursday or Friday, Steve Mnuchin basically gave Nancy what she wanted for testing, tracing, and treatment, those kinds of things. He basically just said, you got your $75 billion, take it. That, we'll add it, no big deal. So she got that part. That's what she was kind of fighting for. So he gave it to her. But yeah, as far as the stimulus update yesterday, the reason I wasn't back yesterday with an update is because honestly, there wasn't much to talk about yesterday. We're getting a little bit of information today. Again, it's not much, but I wanted to be back because I had a few people leaving comments saying, hey, when are you going to give us another stimulus update? So here you go. Here it is. So one other thing I want to mention. The COLAs, the cost of living adjustments. There's been a lot of talk about that lately for Social Security, SSI, and SNAP. So I made a dedicated video for the COLA, cost of living adjustment for SNAP this morning. Also, just the other day, I made a couple videos talking about the COLA for SSI and Social Security, whether it's retirement, disability, survivors, SSI, or Social Security of any kind. Now, again, I made a video the other day talking about a 3% raise versus what was proposed. So go back, check out those videos if you haven't already. And, that's the latest information on the COLAs for those of you receiving Social Security, SSI, SNAP, all of that. So basically everybody that is here on this channel, the groups of people that I like to look out for. So here's your stimulus update. Again, it's not a whole lot. I get it, but I'm doing my best. I can only relay information that I have. Unfortunately, when there's not a whole lot of information out there, this is about all I can deliver to you. But of course, I'll continue doing my research all day, every day, like I always do. And as soon as I get more, I'll be back right here for you. So